right, we're live. Greetings, everybody out there. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Friday. I wanted to elaborate on a short video. I've been doing little short videos. I know some of you guys out there have been doing it as well. Ladies also, which is cool. Been having fun with that. And I'm getting ready to post one now, and I titled it Sasquatch Structure and Carvings, question mark. So we're questioning. And it's from a location that's actually calling it a throwback remix. What's up, Eric? Dina P, welcome. Actually, hang on. Put Eric on right quick. Saludos, Alejandro, welcome. And so yeah, so this short video I'm about to post, I titled it that because this is in Mendocino, California. Welcome, Susan. Mendocino's right under Humboldt County up in Northern California on the coast. Lee, welcome, brother. VA, hello. And so this area, we had rented an Airbnb, nice house, right on literally on the coast. I mean, it was on a hill, on a cliff, and you could see the ocean. And behind the house was Highway 1, which is a beautiful scenic route. And anyway, beautiful spot. We rented it for a birthday, and at the bottom was a beach. Below was also a river, the mouth of a river that fed into the ocean there. And Vancouver Island, welcome. And so anyway, we're enjoying our time there, and it had a nice lookout. And I noticed at the bottom at the beach there was these stick structures, teepee shaped and whatnot, and it really got my attention because a lot of us are into these things because it's related to the Sasquatch, Bigfoot topic for some. And I know some, pay no mind to it, whatever, So anyway, it got my attention, and my partner and I decided to head on down to check them out. And when we headed down, we had to go on foot because we noticed that the area where you drive into was closed off for some reason. And Eric, this gets Media Palace gets my attention because you mentioned about your roads being closed and all that, so it got my attention like that. I was like, why is this place closed? Is it a seasonal thing? And I didn't think so. Were they doing maintenance or construction? And I didn't see any of that going on. But anyway, we were able to make our way in through foot, and so I started seeing all these structures all around, and I did notice one motorhome down there, but I don't think there was anyone in it. It's weird. But the videos have been posted, and I might be wrong about the motorhome. I'm not sure, but you could go back and watch those. Posted years ago, actually. And so I'm just taking a clip and remixing that and gonna make it a short. But anyway, on one of these, so when I started finding these structures, on my way to the structures, I found a blue marble at my foot. I didn't see it fall or anything like that. It was just at my foot, which I found really weird. And, some people have mentioned about the marbles being a phenomenon tied in to all this as well. So, which is really odd. It's more of the paranormal type stuff, which I know a lot of people is hard to swallow, but that happened to me, and I thought that was very odd. And it was a blue marble at that. And so I pick up the marble and I start, I give thanks, and then I start making my way to the structures and start inspecting them and documenting. And one of these structures, almost like a teepee shape, but the top wasn't fully covered. It was kind of like left open, but there was like some, almost like an X and a cross type formation inside of it. And it was just kind of a weird shape. And it was pretty big, but not tall. It was a lot of sticks is what I mean. And it was just kind of odd, Yeah, the blue is a big topic, and then what someone had mentioned recently that the blue marble, people would question what could it mean, this and that, this and that, right? And someone was like, oh, maybe the blue marble could represent the planet Earth, and I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, so I'm checking out this particular structure, and it has my attention. And not to say that the big, I mean, it looks like something someone would hang out inside of, but because of the crosses and some of the sticks that were in there, I don't think, it was weird. I don't think people would be inside of it, right? But some of them are welcoming, like, you could go inside them and hang out, and some of them are just odd, some are stick placements and whatnot. Welcome, Anna. And I'm not reading chat, you guys. I'm trying to focus on so you guys chat away and chop it up. But so I'm checking all this stuff out, and it was a bunch of structures, you guys. It was like it reminded me almost like of a village or something, Some were small, some were bigger than others. Some had like rope that they use for crabbing that I've seen washed up a lot, and I've mentioned like the seaweed, and they use it, like they'll drape it around. It looks like almost that they're using it to like tie stuff, but it's really not supporting anything. It's almost like, and they'll do knots and all these weird intricate stuff with it sometimes. And sometimes it's little blades of grass or twigs and random stuff, or sometimes it'll be human stuff. I was looking at a video last night, and I found a stick, and they had all these like twisty ties and weird stuff. Anyway, I'm not saying it's them, but we hear them like braiding hair, the witch knots, the American flag I'll bring up again because it's been coming up. There's this American flag that they've been claiming that was braided by Sasquatches. That's pretty damn cool if it is. Look into that if you haven't heard. So I'll be posting some of this stuff in my community page. And so anyway, on the structure that I'm talking about, I ended up finding these two carvings, which were really weird because they were kind of like conical shaped. They were like round shaped, and it was these two figurines, and they had like these faces carved into them. And one of them had like a kind of like a nice, funny, almost like a smirk on his face, and the other one had like a mean, like open mouth, and like it just looked gnarly. And the conical shape of these, it was on driftwood that they carved this out of, and it was placed on the structure. And it just, for some reason, I thought of, Sasquatches, the conical shaped heads, and then, I don't know, just the different personalities, came to mind. One looked happy and nice, and the other one looked mean and pissed off. And I don't know, it was like, were these guys expressing themselves and showing that, who they were, the builders of these structures, or, I don't know. All these things came to mind anyways. And so I had returned. I had thought about taking it. I was like, oh man, is this another gift after the marble and whatnot? And I stayed kind of stuck. But for some reason, I didn't take the figurines. And I kind of kicked myself after that when I left. And months later, I think it was like 6 months later, so I had the opportunity to return. And there were still structures. There was some movement. And there was one particular structure that was massive. But it was really... to me, it had like maybe like a human feel to it because it just seemed so like boxy and stuff. We got a homeless person coming by, you guys, and they might come in, so excuse me if they do. And so I don't know. I figured that maybe that was more human-like or something. But in one of the videos, I had noticed that they had also built the teepee because I kind of aimed for the more tribal-looking stuff, like teepees and huts and stuff like that. And once again, I realized people do bushcraft. Kids play and stuff. And usually at beaches, I would expect like, sandcastles and stuff like that instead of structures from kids, but whatever, or teens. And in our area, I do frequent, I live really close by one of these beaches, and I've asked my son and his friends if they do that because they party and hang out at the beaches, and they don't do any of that stuff. But anyway, so I left the figurines, and but I was able to document them. And I came back six months later, they were gone. I was expecting to hopefully find them, and I was going to take them this time. And they were gone, and the structures had rearranged in the area, and so I did a little more documenting, and so yeah, it was pretty cool. And just the vibe there, I don't know, I had this particular feeling that I get when I feel like I'm in their presence or in one of their areas. It's a particular feeling that I get, and I know others get as well. But so anyway, that's that. And so I was going through some news articles because, over on the TikTok, I post a lot of like news articles, news reels, and stuff like that. And I don't know, I would like to do that maybe more here too. It's kind of fun and informative. But anyway, I found this article, and it was, I believe, back, I don't know if it was in the 70s, but a shout out to Kim Kemp. She's a local grassroots. She basically does like journalism in the Emerald Triangle area. And my son, she goes by Redheaded Black Belt, so you can look her up. And she actually is, I believe, a black belt. My son actually did martial arts with her when he was young, so that's pretty cool. And we stay informed with stuff going on in the community and all that. But she posts some Bigfoot stuff, and so this article goes in on this particular. I started reading, and it's this exact location, you guys. So I was like, whoa, what? And it's this lady, I think they were kids at the time. And it was, the article was like Bigfoot, I think it was spotted hunting sheep. And then they show a picture of the area, and it's this exact location where I found all these structures and this area I'm telling you about. So I was blown away. I was like, what? So there's obviously a history. Mendocino County is known. And salute LIB, welcome. Has a rich history, and the part of Humboldt we're at, in southern Humboldt, we're right at the border of northern Mendocino and Humboldt County, so it all just kind of bleeds in there. And so I was just blown away. I just felt like it's those sorts of confirmation, things like that, that come to me, and I just felt like it was, call it whatever, the universe or whatever. Sherry, welcome. CBC, what's up? Because I questioned, like, yeah, man, could this be them? And I just felt like it was. And then, I run into that article, and so there's, activity has been there. And so if you guys check out the article, it goes in on like other cases of sheep that are, I guess, were being consumed or gone missing and stuff. 420, yep. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I've been doing little tours of the shop. I won't bore you guys with that. We've got a lot of new merch in and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just, for me, that was, once again, kind of like a little hints of confirmation and stuff. And so you guys check out the article. I posted in the community page. If you guys don't know the community page, people, if you go to a channel, there's little tabs, and there's a spot called community, and where people can post, share stuff. Check them out. Sometimes you find some interesting stuff. I'll be sharing more articles like that from my area as well. Thank you, Susan. Business was good yesterday. The day before that, it sucked. And I guess, that's how it goes. Sometimes it's not easy, but we're keeping on trucking, and things are gonna work out. Blessings to you guys. What's up, YJ? I didn't see that coming. Let me see. Yeah, the beer. Yep. Actually, I have my beer here. You guys, it's in mossy oak camo, so no one can see it. But it's a non-alcoholic, and it's an IPA too. You guys, I think I showed it off last time with Jeff, but anyway. Cheers. Yeah, thanks, YJ. Yeah, a lot of stuff been going on. I posted more stuff from the UFO gathering. I spoke to a customer who just got his haircut because there's a barber shop next door, and he had his Bigfoot shirt on, and he's an enthusiast, and so we talked a bit, and it's good to see him. And yeah, good to see that people are becoming more aware out here in Southern California as well. I was supposed to hook up with somebody, and I don't know if I should say Bronzini, Bigfoot, but it looks like we're gonna push things back since it's the Easter weekend. We'll keep that in the vortex. Hopefully we get to hook up. There's a homie right there. He just went by. What's up? Ida, welcome. What's up? Yeah, hope everyone's doing well. If not, find something that makes you do well. check out the article I'm talking about. I think I posted it in the description of the live as well. And yeah, I'll be surfing the YouTube waves, checking you guys out. Happy you guys tapped in. And so yeah, one love. Y'all be safe. And I'm sure there's always something I always mention. There would be something I forget or something I wanted to tap into, but I won't take too much of your time. I appreciate the support. And cheers once again.